After much prodding from Server Manager to install Windows Admin Center, you decide to set up a central server for your organization running Windows Admin Center 2410, also known as version 2. You have what appears to be a valid TLS certificate. But when you click on the host gateway computer, you see an Ajax Error 500 connection error box. Also, when you go to add domain servers from Active Directory, you are informed that Windows Admin Center cannot search AD. When you try to use alternate credentials, you are again presented with an Ajax Error 500 error. Luckily, the fix is easy. This will require an interactive session. From your Privileged Administrative Workstation, RDP into your Windows Admin Center, WAC, server. Open an administrative terminal or PowerShell session. Use the get-child item commandlet with the certificate provider to get a list of computer certificates. If the certificate used to secure the WAC connection does not have a subject or has an incorrect or malformed subject, WAC will present the Ajax Error 500. Therefore, the fix for this situation is to reinstall Windows Admin Center using the thumbprint of a valid certificate with a proper subject. If the certificate does have a valid subject, however, we need to check if the local network service can read the certificate's private key since the Windows Admin Center runs under the network service context. Open Computer Certificates. Expand Personal, Certificates. Right-click the certificate, All Tasks, Manage Private Keys. If network service is missing, click Add, Locations, and select the computer name. Type Network Service and click Check Names to resolve. Open Services and restart Windows Admin Center service. The Ajax Error 500 error should be resolved. There are two methods to get Windows Admin Center. The first is to download the installer from the Windows Admin Center page, which will redirect to the Microsoft Evaluation Center. This method is necessary when installing on a privileged administrative workstation such as Windows 10 or Windows 11 client. You will need the downloaded installer when installing on Windows Server 2022, 2019, or 2016. Windows Server 2025, however, includes a built-in Windows Admin Center Setup downloader, which is just a lightweight application that downloads the latest installer. When installing on Windows Server, Windows Admin Center can be installed as a gateway server, a managed server, or part of a failover cluster. Here, we're installing Windows Admin Center as a gateway server. Installing as a managed server follows the same procedures. While logged into the WAC server, open Computer Certificates. Expand Personal, Certificates. Make sure the certificate you use has a valid subject that matches the name of your WAC server. Also, ensure the certificate's subject alternative name, SANS, have the short and FQDN of your server and any DNS aliases you may want to use. Take note of the certificate's thumbprint. Run the Windows Admin Center installer. It goes without saying you read the license terms and privacy statements in their entirety. Custom setup, remote access, Windows authentication. You can use the default HTTPS port 443 or specify a custom port. Use the pre-installed TLS certificate. Enter or paste in your certificate thumbprint. For the FQDN, keep the server's name. Select either Allow access to any computer or only to trusted domain computers. If you have a fully functioning CA that issues computer certificates, use WinRM over HTTPS. Otherwise, leave HTTP. Select your update preference and diagnostic data to send back to the Microsoft mothership. Verify your settings and click Install. Click Finish to start the Windows Admin Center service. A few seconds following installation on the WAC server, Edge will auto-launch. Log in and celebrate your successful installation. Before taking any action, allow Windows Admin Center to update its extensions. When prompted, click OK to reload WAC. Click the Settings gear in the upper right and select Extensions. Add any desired extensions that are not installed by default. Click Windows Admin Center. Click +Add Servers or Windows PCs. For Active Directory computers and servers, select Search Active Directory. Here, I'm adding all my servers. Close Windows Admin Center and log out of the WAC server. From your Privileged Administrative Workstation, open Windows Admin Center from your browser. If you selected a port other than the default 443 for HTTPS, you have to append the port number to the end of the URL. Click the link to one of your added servers. By default, you will have to log in by explicitly specifying a domain account with rights to manage the target system, even though it may already show that you're managing the system. This is the default behavior since the account into which you are logged into Windows may not have the necessary rights to manage the target system. However, if you want to enable your Windows account, you will have to use either Constrained Delegation or Resource-Based Constrained Delegation, which is what we're going to do. Open an administrative PowerShell session. Set variables for the destination and WAC computers. Set the Principals Allowed to Delegate to Account property for the destination computer. It might take a few minutes for everything to replicate properly and for new Kerberos tickets to be issued. Close Windows Admin Center, reopen, and log in. Click the server for which you configured the delegation and notice it connects without prompting for credentials. You must set Resource-Based Constrained Delegation individually for each server that you want to use your Windows login. However, if you need to manage the server as another user, right-click the server or computer and select Manage As. Enter the alternate user's credentials. Notice the Managing As column entry has changed to the other user. Click the server link to connect. If so interested, the settings for the Windows Admin Center web are contained in the file appsettings.json located in the C Program Files Windows Admin Center Service folder. Here, you can view which certificate WAC uses, among other things. However, it is not recommended that you manually change this file. I hope you enjoyed this video, found it helpful and informative. If you have feedback, corrections, or suggestions, please share them in the comments below. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with others. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate it.